Okay, and apparently we're live. So, what happened last week?
We approached this encampment. No, we started a bit further away from that, didn't we?
Yeah, we started at the house of the guy who's looking after the planet for Winter Scale. I believe his name is Malwood. And he's told us that orcs are using their radio antenna to, well, ring the rest of the orcs. So we went and destroyed it, basically.
Yeah, got some bean cans and some helicopters and a weird boy in the process. So we took out the weird boy. The weird boy's head exploded. Reason?
TLDR, we won.
You could say that.
And that's all that matters.
Sorry, I'm trying.
I didn't die this time.
Okay, I think that should work now. There's weird feedback loop for some reason. It wasn't doing it before. Oh, do this instead. 1 second. There we go, that should work. Okay. Problem solved. So yeah, did all that. And I believe there was a discussion as to how the rock was going to be dealt with. Or that discussion hadn't happened yet, more to the point.
Yeah, we hadn't talked about that yet. Oh no, we joked about it, but we didn't seriously plan it.
Okay, well, in that case, we'll just pick up pretty much where your tokens lie. The orc's head is literally blown off. The weird boy's head is blown off in front of you, and a couple of you perceived something, and yeah, make plans.
Okay. Anybody want to explain what the fuck just happened there? Does this happen often with orcs?
Probably. The one thing orcs cannot be is predictable.
Well, so his head just exploded for no reason.
Well, it's likely to do with the antenna that we just demolished. Still, though, this is one small battle in a larger conflict that's yet to be won. We need to draft plans to annihilate the rock. No?
Yes. Any suggestions? blitz it from orbit, or should we go glean more information from it?
I doubt we'll gain too much information from much in the way of detailed reconnaissance. And I'll worry about collateral damage from orbit. So my best bet is to do what we did here. Reconnoiter from above. Find a way we can access the rock. Insert. Plant explosives. And extract. Unless anyone has any better ideas.
Well, I've no doubt Winterscale will have been sending ships. So that might be... maybe go with that plan until his ships arrive. Then his ships might decide to do something different.
Sounds like a plan. Do we have enough explosives on us to do something about it, or will we need to restock and regroup?
I would say we'd need to restock. But we also do have a lance battery on the ship. We could just nuke it from orbit.
Sure.
Obviously, we'd need to put down some sort of beacon.
Or just the precise coordinate.
That too.
We could use the Thunder. We could use systems on the Thunderhawk as a targeting for the main ship.
That's doable. That seems like the lowest risk. Target and smash it from orbit. Stop the Orc Menace from spreading too far.
Or whatever's left, I'm sure Winterscale's forces, when they arrive, can deal with the cleanup. With Orcs, it could take months or even years to root out every single one of them.
Sounds like a plan. Unless there be anything.
On second thoughts, I doubt we'll be able to carry as much explosives as we like to think we would, in order to damage something as large as a rock, which is probably the size of a small town. So inside, if we would be more valuable clearing it out and eliminating key personnel such as mech boys, perhaps a war boss. At that point, the Orcs will be leaders, and as Garviel says, it'll be a matter of cleanup at that point. I don't think we should worry about explosives.
Okay, well, whatever you think.
Sorry, my headset disconnected there for some reason.
So we have two options on the table. Blast it from orbit with a lance, or go in and eliminate key personnel. Both of them valid options.
We could attempt both.
Yeah, we could go in person at first, and if it's too hot, then we'll withdraw and blast the thing.
Or maybe even, there might still be a fair few of them left in there. Maybe lance strike it and then investigate it.
I just thought of a slight problem with lancing it. We don't know how long the orcs have been here, so it's possible that we could be destroying valuables. Looted valuables. Which I'm sure our client is hardly going to take much of a liking to.
That's a possibility.
I mean, he could not care about the valuables. However, we may be in need of them.
So we'll go in on. Well, I say we'll go in land and much the same as we did here, and we'll see what's what. And say if we encounter too much resistance, we can draw and revert to Plan B. I'm sure we can handle any threat.
I agree.
So, right, no time at the present then.
But I do think we should leave the Thunderhawk in a secure location, not just leave it outside unattended.
Yeah, are we not doing pretty much the same as we did last time?
Yeah, let's drive up.
Sorry?
Let's drive up. Use the Thunderhawk as cover.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everybody's agreeable with that. Would it pay to have somebody else on the Thunderhawk manning the weapon systems, or were you quite comfortable?
Well, if we're on
yourself?
the inside, I doubt it'll be much use.
That was my initial thinking.
Of course.
But we can't just leave it outside, it's too valuable a machine for it just to be left outside. So we need it somewhere secure, if you want me to be coming with you.
Okay, do you want to do a forward recon then, see what sort of things we'll be encountering, and then we can regroup from here and go in if it looks like we'll be able to get inside without too much bother.
If that's what you want, Commander, I'm sure I can do a fly past it.
Orcs are quite stupid. I'm sure we can hide it somewhere with enough tactful use of foliage and whatnot.
Put a sign outside saying not worth looting.
If we can sneak up to a major orc base across the open in a car covered with a tarpaulin, I think we can quite sufficiently hide a Thunderhawk in a forest.
Actually, Phil,
Yes.
how big were the bays he had at the house?
Not that big.
Just a thought.
Okay, do you want to go do a recce and see what we'll we're coming up against, and then we'll make a plan from there.
Okay. I shall go and do that then, Phil.
Okay, so, let's see. Rolls. So, just Garviel going for the recon then?
It'll take less time if we're picked up and then drawn along, then we just all land and disembark.
Yeah, works for me. Cool. In that case...
Actually, we were just thinking we could leave the servitor with the ship, couldn't we?
Yeah, that could work.
Yeah.
Or even a servo skull, at least then we'd know if anyone was approaching it.
I think we're being a bit paranoid here.
It's better to be
Yeah,
safe
probably.
than sorry and lose a Thunderhawk. But anyway, let's get the fly past them.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. In that case, can I have a cool? Sorry, so I found something useful. Can I have an awareness test, please? It's flat, but I'll give you the detection bonus off the Thunderhawk, of course. Oh, it doesn't have. Okay, in that case, it's a flat awareness test.
Oof.
Do you want it from all of us?
Anyone who's going to be sitting and looking out, basically. Or may have access to, like, some sensors, for example.
And then save us, Jericus.
Cool. An early warning light starts beeping. There appears to be some sort of anti-air presence. And there's incoming fire.
Avoidance and go away from it.
Okay. I will take a flying test at a minus 60.
Minus 60.
Yes.
Lord, oh, bless.
I think you better tell me to do it well.
Yes, do it very well.
I've got my plus 10, so that winds it down to a minus 40. No, hang on, I'm plus 20. Hot shot and talented. So with the plus 10, that's minus 30, so minus 30.
Oh!
Holy shit, nice.
Ooh, that's got some flair to it.
Very nice. Yeah, so that was 4, very nice. Yeah, so the early warning system basically saved your ass. There was a rather large missile on its way in, quickly followed up by a fairly meaningful spray of sort of bullets.
Trouble they didn't send up a hit aisle.
I think maybe
Get
option
out.
2 is in order.
Yeah, that probably works. If we can't get close, then definitely. I kind of forgot that rocks might have guns. You should be able to see the rock from orbit, really. Surely.
Can you take a coordinate fix, Lucius, and pass it to the ship?
I'll certainly try. Lucius will relay. We'll definitely have coordinates, right?
Yeah, you've more than enough, like, sensors and maps and general intelligence to be able to tell ship where this is. Yeah.
He'll transmit it near instantly in binary up. He'll probably say like and then he'll just say done. Yeah.
And I'll helpfully give them the command to lock on.
Okay. So I assume you're doing like a wide orbit sort of thing, with keeping it in sight, or are you just gonna get low and?
Yes, wider orbit, keeping it in sight, but safely out the blast radius of the lance.
Okay. Okay. Can everybody give me an awareness this time at a +20 since you're a little bit on edge?
What was that, sorry?
Awareness +20. There'd be more shit on the way.
What the fuck?
Holy shit. I actually saw something.
Yeah, so you're seeing the crack of, like some very very improvised looking las beams, sort of snapping past the cockpit, and I'm going to be taking another flying test. I'll give you it's -30 this time.
-30, so flat. Oh no, -20, because, yeah.
-10, surely. You're gonna get +10 from me.
Oh no, if I get a +10 from you again, then that's 30 extra, so flat.
No, I don't think give that.
No, I get +20.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah, so with your +10, it's 30, which flat roll.
Nice. So yeah, once again, another streaking of Tracer and Laz and whatnot sort of going past you, and you get there's a quick burst of what would normally be considered static getting fired down to the ship, but Lucius, you will note, of course, is the confirmation that the ship is locked and the lance is sort of maneuvering into position.
Shield your eyes, everyone.
And another 5 seconds later. Yeah, it's a lance. It is a precision weapon as far as, you know, ship-sized weaponry is concerned. And there's a large streak through the clouds, a little, you know, hole formed through them, and a sustained burst from the lance goes straight into the rock. Some sort of secondary explosion goes off after it sort of slicing straight through the middle of it, and appears to deal with most of it. There's obviously some clumps left because it's still a honking big asteroid, but it's safe to say it's definitely not one piece anymore.
Not too much. Okay, we take once the heat wave has died down and stuff for the Lancet, and I'll take another fly past.
Shockingly, on this fly past, the little warning signal doesn't go off. The secondary explosions seem to have taken out a large amount of the sort of like surrounding little walls and like outposts, like hugging up against the rock. There's evidence of a few like collapsed platforms where presumably stuff could have been. But can I have? I think it's going to be a perception test. was going to say, if you're sort of looking at the scanners and like searching for things, I feel this is a search test. Everybody that's sort of looking out and seeing if the place is clear or not.
Ugh. Everyone else better roll, because I'll never get it.
Flat, yeah?
You're relatively high up. This can be a -20.
Oh, it's impossible for me then, so
Yeah,
I won't bother.
Also impossible.
Okay, well in that case, you're unsure if the orc threat has been completely dealt with. You're fairly sure the rock's been taken out though, so that's something. To sort of, shall we say, just call a cleanup crew in at this point.
Mm.
I suppose the best thing to do is put a call through to the old fella.
Do we have him on the Vox?
Nope, didn't bother.
Okay. Looks like we'll have to go back. Maybe give him his tank back too.
We have to give it back. Will it fit on the Thunderhawk?
Yeah, it will fit. Will fit in the Thunderhawk. It is exactly what it was designed to carry. But the bay is, all got 2 Toros in it, so it doesn't currently have room.
And I'm sure he'll want it back.
Pretty sure he will.
Plan it back, so.
Okay, we'll take,
I'm sure Winter Scale will give us something.
Very well.
I suppose we'd better take a fly back to his then.
Yeah.
We'll just fly directly there and land outside.
Okay. There. So yeah, I assume you go through like straight down to the basement sort of thing, or how are you going to get his attention? I'm just purely for my curiosity.
Moon the camera in the tree.
I shall have the Thunderhawk directly in front of the camera. I'm sure he'll recognise the Thunderhawk as Imperial.
Yeah. Fair enough. I would have just normally waved at it. That's fine. That's fine. We can work with that. Yeah. So fair enough. It's the fireplace opens up again, and we can take that as an invitation to head on down.
I'll stay with the Thunderhawk just in case.
Yeah, so I stroll on down and
Yeah, Lucius will
make
go
way
down.
to the.
Okay. Quick question: where are you parking Salamander?
Oh, actually, no. But Lucius may as well drive the Salamander back to the that platform, which is disguised in the building where it came from.
Yeah.
And while he's doing that, I'll retrieve the other Toros, which I didn't have time to do before.
Lucius, can I have an awareness test at a +30, please? Visually. You notice a normal button that's non-standard, and it says garage door on it.
Oh, handy. I'll press it.
So after you line the Salamander up on the platform, it literally, scooches on, the doors open up and scooches on down back into the bay. Exactly where it came from. How handy is that?
Extremely wish I had that.
So yeah, the rest of the plebs, climb down the ladder and you go down in style. Way. So yeah, you see in Malward's monitors, he's obviously sent out, I don't know, some sort of scouting device or servitor or something to pick feed on it, and it's got some like telescopic camera view of the sort of smoldering rock. And he's got like sort of two different angles in that, and they're both like blown up, like full sized across. Like those are the only two images taking up like his entire like wall of monitors. And he appears to be sipping some sort of celebratory amasec, or champagne, if you will.
So, yeah, they all stroll into the room and say, "Ah, so you've been admiring our work?"
Yes, quite, my boy. I see. I see what your skill is. Got a good taste for lackeys these days. Do some fine work.
Oh, thank you. We do try.
Say, Lance Badger, are you flying around a Dauntless, perchance, or something a bit spicier than that? Maybe a battleship, eh?
I would assume that Theodore would recognise some of the terms.
Oh yeah, a Dauntless is a light cruiser. Shall we say a distinct upgrade from what you're currently in, size-wise?
So I would say that oh no, we prefer to travel light, so we sing on to the litanies, essentially.
Firestorm frigate, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
I didn't quite hear the response, but yes.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. I'll just inform that we prefer to travel fast and light. Winning races and winning renown.
He sort of shrugs a little bit and like, okay, nice to see you're being well rewarded for your services then, and takes a little sip of his champagne. Yes, he's like, so have you cleaned up the rest of the orcs then, or what do you plan doing in regards to cleaning up my planet?
Well, we thought we'd see what you were planning to do with cleaning up the planet. We've sent signals to Gale and reinforcements itself, and we can assess just how much you've allowed the Orprecht. What would be the words to propagate? Help on. What's that?
Okay. Well, in that case, he's going to sort of give you a sort of well sort of look and say, well, in that case, you'd best keep an eye on it until Winterskill's muscle gets here to clean up the rest for you. and
I can do some flybys.
fair enough.
Of course, if that's the. Not. Do you not have a? Do you have casualty reports or anything of the sort? Resources on the sort of planet.
Mr. Smythe, without being like even prompted, sort of presents you with a data slate of like a very detailed and well laid out report of estimated losses of revenue, what like hard resources have been lost, what stockpiles have been lost, lots and lots of things, and then the very last thing is the loss of human life on the planet. I wish there wasn't a lot, to be fair. Like a lot of it was like large scale, like semi-automated stuff, like servitors and machinery and whatnot. But yeah, he's got the priorities straight. The numbers and the money come first.
Of course. Yeah. So does he have any intact?
What? Sorry.
Any intact security contingent, or are we pretty much it?
You're pretty much it at the minute. What's left are like servitors and sort of bits of farmland and some sites that weren't touched, and that's only because they're like several hundred miles away, like in a sort of fairly distinct other part of the continent. If you really wanted, you could probably pull them over and have maybe make some sort of vague cordon around the rock site.
I'll radio through. I think in the meantime, if somebody wants to come back on the ship, we'll go and keep an eye on the rock in the area. While Jericus, and if Lucius wants to come back and join me at the Thunderhawk, then Jericus and our Lord may continue with the plan.
Sounds like a good idea. Yeah, I think pulling in resources to deal with the Xenos threat is the best. Escaping far to create a cordon around the rock. Work to sort of draw that in over the coming days.
Yeah.
We can out personally to deal with any larger, more fierce resistance. That sounds agreeable. Hello?
Hello? Definitely have to turn you up a
Yeah.
little bit. There we go.
Sorry, I'm just on a Bluetooth headset at the minute.
Yeah. It's cool.
Yeah, I think they play a call. And then we'll just drop the cordon in and deal with any more fierce pockets to just work our way back in towards the rock. Get it all cleared up before Windscale's forces are in there. Home in time for Christmas.
Okay, that works. Okay, so in that case, over the next couple of days, there's a bit of ferrying back and forward. The the old gunships pull out his mothball and is sent around to gather sort of a couple dozen servitors here and there. You pull a few guards off the ship. The Thai contingent come on down, and they do like sort of more close-up recon in the place and make sure. Sorry, I know Thai close-up, ha ha ha. But they do some more meaningful recon in the place, and don't really get anything interesting in the first place. There's a couple of like they do know there's a couple of like larger sections of the rock that appear somewhat intact and have sort of just like rocked backwards a little bit into the side of the mountain, or the bits that were already up against the mountain have sort of stayed somewhat intact. But the sort of contact you get over the next 2-3 days is essentially like at best like a squad full of boys coming out and just to have a go at you every I don't know, maybe one or two of those little skirmishes a day, but they'll obviously get like pretty quickly mowed down given that there's plenty of people with rather nice guns watching them. But yeah, just to sort of roll back to the day, it was Jericus, Garviel, and Lucius going back up to the ship. Yes.
Sorry, you mean back up to the spaceship?
Yeah. Sorry, it was just Garviel and Lucius going back up to the ship, yeah? Or who's going where?
Oh, sorry, no, on the day, I was just going to say one of them came with me, probably Lucius, just in case there's an issue with, ship gets hit or anything. We would be flying over doing recce of the site.
Okay. Fair enough. So a couple of days into sort of setting up the cordon, you get word that Winterskill's fleet is the sort of couple of ships he's dispatched with essentially like a regiment worth of private guardsmen are coming down to deal with this, and they're about 2 days out. So you'll spend sort of 5 days cordoning off in total, sort of thing. A couple of days in, tell you what, can I have a perception check? This is purely based off your passive augury that you have in the ship. Can I have an awareness test based off the ship sensors, please? One of you can do this.
That's a Lucius department.
I'm going to reroll this.
Nope, never mind then. Okay then. I was going to say, with the 95, there appears to be some sort of blatant malfunction with the passive sensor array. And you have to spend the rest of the day sort of fixing and troubleshooting that.
Bloody mechanics. Oh wait, that's me.
Okay, so the next couple of days go by, and your reinforcements come in. A couple of Dalton's light cruisers, sort of all covered up in Winterskill's crest is on either side of the called the bridge area. The that like raises up for the bridge. What do you call that?
Yep.
You know what I'm talking about. Yeah. That's up there, and you just get all the orders through that. Winterskill launches back. as he's received a message of reasonable importance that requires your attention, as well as obviously to wrap up and get your personal reports of this incident.
Carry on, I'll be back in 2 seconds.
No worries.
I'm back.
Yeah, that works. So yeah, you just get orders to go back to Solis and Carmine. Is there anything you'd like to check, resolve, or anything while you're still here?
Has been obnoxious the whole time, or has he sort of warmed around to us?
I don't know. I wouldn't say he's being cold to you as such. It's more that, I don't know, he wants to get back to his pseudo retirement, and yous are like making noise and mussing up his carpet and whatnot.
Damn kids.
Yeah, exactly.
Damn kids with the planes and the guns.
In that case, sorry, go on.
No, go on.
No, I was just going to say, in that case, I'll take everyone up to the ship, and once I get back on the bridge, ask for reports, and stuff.
Yeah. Our job's pretty much done here. Yeah. Come back.
I'd say so. Just 'cause I really want to give you a chance. Lucius, one of your adepts was going over the sensor logs, since he was obviously shadowing you in your fantastic work in the passive auger array that the ship has, and noticed there was what appeared to be some peculiar machine code. Is it was supposed to be. He's not sure if it's an error or not, or whether these sensors actually did pick up something. Can I have a tech use -60 to see if you can make any sense of it?
I'm going to give you a chance at -60.
Can I plug into anything?
Yeah. I mean, this is like a comes running to you in your office and starts waving a data slate at you, sort of thing. Like, I found a thing, so you've whatever resources you wish at hand.
Okay, I can whittle it down to a -40.
Okay.
This sounds important because you're bringing it up again, so I'm going to use the second reroll.
Okay, fair enough then. With you go over your adept's work and it He obviously has done something wrong because the sensors, according to those rolls, definitely didn't pick up anything. And it was just, quite frankly, that could have been the bit of code that sent the array askew in the first place. So, make whatever you wish of that, I guess.
Lucius is too paranoid to consider it an error. So, well, based on what you said, something's definitely wrong, but I don't know what Lucius would think of it.
It's one of those things. If you want to have your character actually spend time reviewing this, I mean, you can spend in-game time if you want to spend until, say, you get Solace and Carmine, looking at it,
Yeah,
which is going to be.
I think this will capture his imagination because something was obviously wrong when he was trying to use the array, and then someone else has come to him saying something is wrong with this. So I think it would capture his imagination. He'd start spending time trying to figure out what exactly happened there.
Okay.
What's the acronym? Headcap or something?
Yeah, exactly. Okay then, fair enough. Okay, back to Solace and Carmine then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take the same route back we did come in. The route.
Okay, so there's 8 days, as normal. So I'll give you a roll for every 2 days you're working away at this. But we'll do that in a second after we do the rolls. See just how long you're going to be. Key. Okay, good start. Lucky. Okay, you're going to be spending 6 days in warp. Okay, I'll take the first tech use roll. This one's going to be at a minus. Hey, you're working away at it, so extra couple of days. We'll say this one's a minus 40. Base. There's a minus 20 for you, I believe.
That's correct, yeah.
Okay, and now for the first Perils of the Warp roll. Who wants it?
I'll do it.
Okay. Bugs in the walls. Reports begin to come in of slight noises between and behind the ship's walls. Shortly afterwards, bugs begin to spew forth from any crack or hole in any wall and swarm on nearby crew, doing their best to devour everything in their path. The crew responds by desperately filling every crack and hole they can find. This seems to work, but the noises behind the wall become steadily louder and louder until they sharply begin to drop off after 4 days. If any walls are broken into at any point afterwards, a shower of dead bugs will drop out. Lose 1d5 morale, which can be reduced by 1 to a minimum of 1 with a minus 20 command roll as you begin organizing the cleanup operation. Since Jericus did the D100, he can do the D5 for the morale.
Sorry, what? D5 for the
One
morale?
D5, please. Okay. And, well, it can go as low as a 1, so congrats. We'll assume you had a fairly well-organized cleanup. And we will take tech tech roll number. Well, the next tech roll, I guess. This will be at a minus 30 for me.
Oh, fucking finally.
Oh, okay, that explains it. Yeah, sorry, my roll 20 has been interrupted. Hang on, come on, roll 20. Don't break on me.
Yeah, mine has as well.
Oh, there we go.
There we go.
What did you get, Kilson?
Okay.
I got a 46 with 1.4 degrees success.
Okay, Lucius, congrats. You find out that it wasn't, in fact, a glitch on the passive array. There was a ship briefly detected in orbit while you were on the planet.
Is that all the information provides?
Yeah, I'm afraid so. It was there and then it was gone. It was detected the once, and apparently did a very good job of staying hidden. Possibly some sort of jamming, maybe. It's more to the point. What you can deduce is that it was most likely an Imperial ship, because orcs don't have the technology to stay hidden like that. Maybe Xenos, I guess. But it was obviously a ship that's designed to not be found.
Okay.
Mostly because the range that the array picked it up at was like well within like sensor range. Make sense?
Yes. Would Lucius have any? Would Lucius know anything about likely Xeno ships, like in terms of races or ship classes or anything along those lines that could fit that description?
I'll take a Forbidden Lore Xenos roll at a minus 40, I guess. So I think that would be fairly obscure knowledge, to say the least.
I got a thing. Hold on. Oh, I didn't test. Minus 40?
Yep.
Yeah, no.
Well, no Xenos-based knowledge comes to mind of it for any sort of stealth-related technology. So.
Okay, Lucius is going to keep this all to himself.
But yes, there was absolutely a ship that you should have seen there, basically.
Okay.
And before you drive back at Solus and Carmine, I will need another D100.
I'll take this one. Yeah. We'll have 86.
The machine spirits of the ship go insane and begin murdering the crew.
Oh.
Bulkheads crush people, furnaces set everything in fire, electrical wiring begins to arc lightning everywhere, and artificial gravity switches on and off suddenly, bludgeoning dozens to death. A -20 tech use check will calm the spirits somewhat, lessening the carnage and crew loss to a mere 1d5 plus 1. A failure will instead result in a d10 plus 3 crew loss. There we go. And I'll take the d5 plus 1, please. Okay, 3 crew loss. That's not too bad.
What?
Okay, that's used back at Solace and Carmine.
I shall send the various recognition signals through and take her into orbit.
Yeah, you're given sort of docking boy, I guess, or sort of
Something like that.
yeah. An orbit point, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, given a waypoint to go to and all that sort of stuff. There's no specific orders or messages waiting for you right there, so whatever you think, really.
I shall put the second in command in the chair, and I will go down to the Thunderhawk, expecting that the Lord Commander will want to go down to the planet.
Of course. Been correct, so yeah, I'll way down to quiet and go see what's what.
Cool. Yeah, so I mean, head on down, contact Hendrickson's offices and say he hasn't anything urgent to tell you, and so you will have and has invited you for has invited Theodore and any senior staff he deems relevant to his evening meal for some general chat and personal report of how his argue world is shaping up.
I shall send in a very polite request for a refuel and re-on.
Yeah, that's all approved. I assume that was also referring to the missiles, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, that's fine.
I would spruce myself up and way down. I'd say that'd probably take good 5 minutes, yeah?
Yeah. No big deal.
Sorry?
Yeah, that's fine. I was going to say, one of the other little things we will hook in next week is, since neither Pointy or Connor's here, you'll notice that Mouse is harassing the rattling chefs in the kitchen an awful lot, because it turns out one of them is the guy that makes the crab puffs he loves so much, and he's the equivalent of he's got the fruity equivalent of a couple of Michelin stars when it comes to crab cakes. So,
Yeah.
or well, shellfish related delicacies, I think is the official term. But yeah.
Cool. I shall land the ship then and give me armour a bit of a buff.
Cool. Yeah, dinner rolls round. I would assume all you guys will be in attendance, and I assume you all will be in attendance.
I will be. I flew him down.
Yeah.
So-
Just the only person I'd be skeptical about attending would be Lucius, since this is the eating of things and whatnot.
Yeah, I don't see why he would. I guess it'd just be wandering around examining things in a garage or somewhere.
Yeah, fair enough. We're saying they're sort of fixing clean up in the Thunderhawk or some shit like that, yeah?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool. Well, in that case, the other three of you are treated to, well, it's a meal worthy of a rogue trader of his status. I wouldn't say it necessarily makes the sort of big meals on the ship lesser, but it's a bit better. It's a little bit better, you know. It's where the grub and the ship paid for by Theodore and the Constantines is, you know, it's the 9 out of 10 every single time. This is the 10 out of 10 experience right now, that sort of thing. And yeah, conversations generally goes fairly straightforward. Winchkill's pretty chill about it. He's glad you got there cleaned up nice and quickly.
If he gives me chance, I'll congratulate him on how incredibly well the Thunderhawk performed in combat.
Yeah, I think the best way to put it would be he sort of briefly geeks out a little bit, and it sort of goes on, but he was particularly happy with that order of them, and has been rather happy with his own, although sadly he hasn't had a chance to get it scratched up yet. It's shall I say, managing an empire of this is he's an annoying amount of admin. Doesn't let him get his bit sturdier scratches on his equipment much anymore.
I shall make a comment of the turbo laser is particularly satisfying when it hits something.
He sort of nods appreciatively at that, and sort of you see him taking mental note to at least try out in a test range or something like that. Conversation rolls on. So Theodore, I assume you're after some sort of reward or payment for this service.
I mean, if you feel that it's whatever you feel is suitable.
Okay. Might have just the things for you. I dare say this is somewhat of a regifting, but they're not quite my style, you see. And he sort of gestures to one of his servants, and they bring in a particularly nice sort of like dual pistol holder, or a belt, I suppose, pistol belt. To like very, very impressive, made out of some sort of exotic leather off some presumably deadly creature. 2 leather thigh holsters for a couple of Ripper pistols, which are of course best quality.
Fantastic. Right, so sort of go to reach for them, stop myself and say, may I?
Well, they're yours.
So, hold on. Computer's locked itself. Sorry, my computer. Well, I say my computer, it's laptop. So. Brilliant. Thanks. Cool. Yeah, so I'd take them out and give them a whirl and a flourish. Wait.
I mean, I'm gonna have to take a roll because you specifically try to show off a little bit.
I knew that was coming.
Yeah, that's why I was trying to pull up the character sheet.
We got used to you, Phil.
Yeah.
What am I rolling?
Hmm. I think since this is more like weapon handling, you know what? I'll give you a
Got a bit
flat.
of charm then.
I'll give you a flat weapon skill.
Weapon skill.
Yeah, I mean it's ballistic skills about aiming things, weapon skills about handling a weapon. So I feel this
Welcome back.
Whoop. I'm back.
Welcome back.
Lovely.
Thank you.
I hope the stream can't hear us.
Oh, it can.
Oh.
I forgot to. Yeah. Anyway. Still missing anyone? I think we're still missing Dodge. Whatever. We don't need him for warp rolls, right?
We don't need no warp roll.
No.
Okay, well. Let's get this show a-rolling. Kill some?
Yeah, okay.
Oh, okay, cool. We've got a majority. That's good enough for me. Damn it. I mean, awesome. Good start. Oh, shit. I was going to say we should probably, pick a route first. Going back to Port Wander. Okay, 16-day hop to Lucian's Breath. Go.
I'm back.
Looking back. Damn.
Damn.
Suppose Lucian's Breath. Was that Lucian's Breath and football?
Yeah.
Get Lucian's Breath, so you're getting there in 4 days. Which
Nice.
means I only need 1d100.
Eep.
Ooh. Okay, cool.
Phil, in
Yes?
these 4 days, could I go to the underdecks
Mhm.
and meet with the cult?
Sure.
Just see how they're doing, see if there's any new faces.
Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah. So, what kind of things you can be asking? What sort of just general meetup, general check-in? What's the idea?
General tech-in. Tell them that we're probably going to be going back to Port Wonder.
Mhm.
Or we may be stopping at Footfall as well. And ask if they have any contingent or something on a Whimsit ship or anything else yet.
The general sort of consensus is they haven't got any reports back yet.
Okay.
They're not at a point where they would be concerned that their infiltration on the Whimsit fleet is in any danger at this point.
Okay. At what point would they be concerned?
I don't know. They sort of a general sort of glance around. They sort of figure if they don't hear back after leaving Port Wonder, or maybe Footfall, obviously those are the sort of main hubs where the sort of messages are all passed back to. So if they don't hear anything, sort of maybe the next sort of 4 weeks maybe. There might be some concern that the infiltration has failed and their agents were caught.
Okay.
Right now, they're not really concerned.
Any other information around the ship? Anything going around or?
Nothing weird or
You mean in
wonderful.
nightclubs?
What was that?
Beat music.
All right, yeah. Hang on.
Sorry.
There you go. That's a bit more Road Trader. So yeah, nothing weird or wonderful going around the ship at the minute. I don't know. I suppose generally speaking, morale's quite high because of all of stopping off at a fucking pleasure world. So yeah, so it's all fairly well for the minute at least.
Okay. And do I usually meet with one people, or do I meet with a group of them, or?
Funny enough, the meeting was headed by the little girl for some reason. They seemed to be speaking in some sort of weird cult tongue, and she was the only one speaking a low Gothic to you that you could understand.
Huh. Might I ask if they teach me this cult tongue, so I have the pleasure of conversing with them, preferably maybe easier in the future, or if I do meet them somewhere else? So obviously not right now, of course, but...
They say they'll take it under consideration, as you'd be a very special case, as it's a female-only death cult.
Oh, right,
So
okay.
the fact they're talking to you this much is something of an honor, you could say.
Yeah. But I don't mean to offend, so... Yeah, so it's just the girl I'm meeting with.
She's like backed up. There's like few people sort of standing beside and around her, but she's the one standing at the front and is the one doing all the talking to you.
Okay. I think that's all. Do I see anyone new whilst I'm in the underdecks, or?
No.
Nope, okay.
Okay. Can I have a -20 awareness from Lucius specifically? Oh, nice. The dorsal gun has been infected by a corrupted machine spirit. And you'll need to exercise that as soon as possible. Otherwise, fucky things could happen.
Yeah, that'll take his immediate priority.
Yep. So that's a minus 30 tech use. I will let you roll that once per day. You get 2 rolls in that, essentially, before you come out at Lucian's Breath.
Do I get a roll now?
Yep. Nice. Yeah, I don't feel that. That's... Get out of this, maybe? No, it's definitely no. Do this? No, not quite. No. Let's roll that. That's close enough. Okay. So yeah, I managed to get that texture-sized before you arrive at Lucian's Breath. And the next leg of the journey is back to trusty old Footfall. 11 days. Okay. Okay, 8 days. And in that case, we need 2 100s.
I've not rolled yet. I'll take one.
Okay.
You beat mine.
Do you want to? I do kind of want to do that one now. No, I did specifically say I was never going to do that one because it's too much of a pain in the ass.
Diverging ships.
Yeah. No, I'll stick with that. Do I like? Oh, actually, I like that even better. A mutiny occurs. Roll a d10 to see what it's caused by.
Do I roll this one? Oh.
Yep.
Sounds like a command thing.
D10.
Oh, whoops. I don't know who by.
Nope.
I mean, I feel since it's a kill control, it will go with 4.
Cool.
Your recent disregard for Imperial convention has upset a lot of people. Whether you've upset the Faith, the Adeptus Mechanicus, or just standard Imperial doctrine, you must pass a minus 30 command check or face a powerful faction within your own ship as they attempt to wrest control from you. So Theodore
With
can roll this bit.
bonuses and
It's a minus 30 command
bonuses.
check, so I'll consider anything relevant.
And warrants. Ship knows that.
Is there any way I could sabotage this this faction?
Maybe. We'll do the command roll first, and then we'll tease it out.
What was it? A minus
Minus 30.
30.
Yes.
minus 20 with my.
Oh wow, nice.
Nice.
So who do you think Theodore might have upset enough to try to start a mutiny against him in relation to Imperial Convention?
It's a Me Too movement.
Ah, yes, the worst kind of movements.
reprised after 39 centuries.
I was going to say, for Theodore, that sounds about right. Fair enough. And another D100, please.
Anybody not rolled one yet?
I think we've all rolled one now. Back to the beginning.
Yep.
Self, was it not? Jericus.
Oh, wow. A junior tech priest decides to enact an ancient machine ritual that hasn't been attempted in a millennium on the machine spirit in the plasma drives. The upstart is flogged for his presumption, but the ritual does take effect and cleanses the machine spirit of centuries and centuries worth of operating bugs. Permanently, gain 1 extra power for your ship.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Maybe not so hard of a flogging.
Sorry, what was that one? My headset cut out.
Long story short, Tech Priest did Tech Voodoo, and now the ship has an extra power.
Nice.
I think Lucius would still flog him and then pass it off as he done what the tech priest was doing. It was his attentions that gave the extra power.
I'd say it was me putting the Me Too movement back in their place.
Dunno? You tell us, Kilson, what would the reaction be to something like that?
Pretty damn alarmed that someone's trying to do something with the plasma drives without any kind of clearance whatsoever. I don't know. He would pass it off that his I don't know, his team. You know, he and the people that are underneath him would take credit for, not necessarily just himself, because he doesn't. We've just succumbed to a mutiny, and he does things that could probably cause it, given the wrong circumstances somewhere in the future. So he wouldn't say, "Oh, I did all of this." It would be like, "My team did all this."
Of course, yeah. Okay. Cool. So you're at footfall. Any stop-offs, fuel breaks, dare I say, purchases?
I love how he added that bit on at the end.
Our profit factor is still a bit shit, isn't it?
A little bit.
In any case, you'd have more success at Port Wonder if you did.
Sort of. Some
Yeah,
things would be better here.
I would advise against purchases at this time.
No, I don't want to make any.
Are you feeling okay?
What?
Got enough guns.
Sorry, mate. Sorry, but
It's starting to get in the way.
Sorry, can somebody run a Medicare roll?
Should it be tech use?
Good point, yeah. Okay. Next jump.
Could I add that we do stop for supplies and such? Just
Yeah.
obvious refueling and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, you only really been, say, flying a week or so, about a week now. So it's just not quite 2 weeks. So yeah, you're fine, really.
yeah, it's just in the maybe just a quick stop off in the name of for the well, actually we can do it at Wonder, can't we? Yeah, let's go.
Okay, where to next?
I believe Battleground or Hermitage Battleground.
How far is it straight to Port Wonder?
You have to stop off at least something in the mall to get through, because if you go straight through without stopping off, I'm going to be giving you nasty modifiers.
Yeah, probably what you've just done. Battleground and then Wonder.
There's more in the middle, the temple.
Yeah, that would be better.
Okay. Well, we'll round that up to 12 days.
Can I vote that we use one of his rerolls?
Yes.
Okay. Nice. That is, I believe, 3 days. Yep, 3 days to the temple. 1 D100, please.
Oh.
No, hang on, I did that wrong.
Aww.
Ah,
I am curious what is 100 now.
no,
Look it
we
up.
never
Just
want
let
to
it be a
back.
mystery.
Oh,
I mean, I use a different table anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Probably too much might happen.
Who is Garviel's, like, least favorite officer in the bridge?
It would be the one that now sits at his gunnery station, because obviously he's flying the ship. Do you get what I mean?
Okay, okay.
And obviously he can never do it as well as Garviel can.
Obviously.
And he always thinks he does do it better than Garviel did, so it would be him.
Oh, okay, fair enough then. What's he called?
Lieutenant Carstairs.
Yes. He takes a sip from the water cauldron, intended for use by the executive bridge staff, and promptly keels over, frothing at the mouth. It appears a particularly potent poison was slipped into the cauldron at some point, and the picked footage of the last day has been mysteriously erased. You don't even know if the junior officer was the intended target, or if they were just unlucky.
Probably just Garviel. He's had it out for that guy for ages.
She'll get rid of the offending water thingy and order an investigation and...
Yeah, does any of Mouse's crew have... Does he have some Ogryn private eyes?
No, he doesn't have any private eyes.
private eyes.
I'll investigate.
Yeah, that sounds like a job for Jericus.
Yeah. And I shall ask the two crewmen who sit either side of him to tidy the body up.
Fair enough.
For an Ogryn with a deerstalker and a monocle.
But to obviously have the body incinerated just in case the poison can catch.
Of course. Okay, fair enough. We'll do some rolls for the investigation, the next leg of the journey. So, Temple to Port Wonder, 13 days. Shit.
How many rerolls has he got?
Let's see. He has one more.
Oof. It's up to you guys.
I mean, that's like the modifier in the warp roll, but it's not the warp roll itself, so he can still do pretty well in the warp roll.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Okay, fair enough.
Reroll.
Reroll that one.
Universal cry. Reroll.
-7. Oh shit.
Well, shit. That's annoying. I mean, awesome. Okay, you're going to make
Please
it
swing.
to Port Wonder in another 3 days. So can I have another DM100, please?
Good half the table.
A junior tech priest manages to hijack the Vox system as a prank and blares hardcore industrial tech priest music throughout the entire vessel in lieu of more standard ecclesiastical hymns. While briefly entertaining, this quickly becomes very annoying as senior tech priests fight to take back control of the Vox systems. The junior tech priest is suitably punished, but nothing more comes from the incident, save for an interesting story to tell.
My tech priests are being real dicks today.
They are, yeah.
Perhaps it's the same tech priest.
It probably is. For shits and gigs, let's say it was the same tech priest.
A particularly the rebellious one.
Yes. What would Lucius do with this maverick?
He's given quite a large buff to the ship, so I don't know. Like that alone kind of forgives him, but he's not going to be told that he's forgiven for doing this. Otherwise, he'll just pull off more stunts. He'll just be given, a slap on the wrist and hope he doesn't fucking crop up again.
Fair enough. Okay. Jericus, can I have an inquiry roll? You know what? Would this be something he's devoting his days to? Or would this just be a little sort of on the side thing?
I mean, I'm not too sure what else he would be doing.
You know what? That's fair. In that case, I'm gonna call it flat roll. But if you sort of tell me how you're gonna go about it, I think we can make that a bit easier. Like what resources you're going to use for this, that sort of thing.
Okay. Possibly. I assume the bridge is only accessible by certain people, and I assume this water cooler was on the bridge.
Yep.
Assuming that, would it not be recorded who comes in and out of the bridge?
I know the security recordings are gone from the last day.
So everything.
Yeah. It
Okay.
says page feed, but we'll assume any relevant logs are also gone.
Sounds like that damn tech priest again.
Perhaps. Asking people who was the person before that before him to use the water cooler, and also to maybe inquire in the underdecks or something to see if they have seen anyone purchasing, or has anyone purchased any poisons or something.
Okay. In that case, we'll make it an inquiry at a... we'll call that a plus 10. Oh, nice. But just for the sake of sort of keeping rolling this at a later date and maybe using it for something, we'll say you get it down to the short list of about half a dozen people it probably could be.
Okay.
But there's no concrete evidence in any of them. But as far as people with sort of that level of access in the ship, and would normally operate around there, you've got a short list to start with at least.
Okay.
Garviel is also going to increase the security at the bridge door.
Okay.
Have her, I don't know, get Lucius to fit better scanners or look at the scanners and maybe put one or two extra guards on the door.
Perhaps it might be easier to... Oh, shit.
Wait,
Where's the security for the bridge and stuff, housed? Is it on the bridge?
I was going to ask.
I assume it would be. There's probably going to be a security station up on that level somewhere.
Is there any logs of who accessed it? There's surely only less amount of people who could access that on the bridge.
Might be onto something. Give me another inquiry roll. This one at a plus 20.
Can I re-roll that?
Yeah.
That's better.
Nice. You do in fact discover that there would be a significantly more limited list of people that would have access to that. I was going to say Theodore and Garviel are of course on that list. Along with yourself, Lucius, and about 3 or 4 of the more senior security staff. But there's a couple of those who are like the non-coms that sort of sit at the desk all day, every day, and that sort of thing.
Okay. Assuming it's not Garviel, as he wouldn't want. Well, although he did dislike his crew member, I would rule him out, as well as probably the rest of us. How many was it? Other than the main crew, like us 4.
Additionally, about 4 people.
4 people. Okay.
Yes. We'll say that's about as far as your investigation got before you arrived in Port Wander.
Yep.
So yeah. When you arrive, there is your uncle's ship is there, and immediately you're voxed over that Scythia is waiting for you in one of the archives in a private room. And this is to be kept as top secret as possible.
Of course. Yeah, sorry, do you say we've already got there? Or?
Yeah, you've arrived at Port Wander,
Yeah,
and Scythia is in one of the archives at the port, waiting for you, basically.
Cool. So I would. What, the meeting is to be kept secret? That we are meeting.
More that the whole thing's pretty hush hush. It's presumably it's some pretty juicy information.
Ooh.
Do we have anything with keeping a station hush hush?
What was that, sorry?
I don't suppose we've picked up anything along the way with a conversation hush hush, as in.
No, especially.
But I'm sure Scythia would have something.
Yeah.
Okay, I would head down to the. Probably bring a small contingent to be able to secure any doors. Anything.
I'll go with him, but I'll remain outside the door.
I would like to go with him all the way, but only if it's allowed.
I mean, I think my Seneschal and my I think my Seneschal will be fine. Goes on. Also, tonight.
Okay.
And I'm pretty sure she'll tell us pretty quickly.
Okay, fair enough then. So you arrive at the archives, and you can tell this is definitely one of the places reserved for the rogue traders and the very upper classes. You know, the huge, vaulted ceilings, and these archives are, I don't know. I suppose think a little bit, a little bit 40k Gothic, and a bit of the sort of Jedi library. That sort of like huge tall ceilings and start again. Yeah, it's pretty fucking big, and there's lots of offshoots and secure doors and whatnot. This place seems to be like fairly meaningfully wired up as far as cogitators and data banks and whatnot are concerned. And on arrival, one of the attendants, fairly youngish woman, all very sort of formally dressed up, and she's correct bow, formal greeting, and asks you what your business is, my lord.
I've been meeting someone. I am expecting.
So I didn't catch that, Matt?
Sorry. I'm here meeting someone. I am expected.
Might I see some credentials, sir?
Of course. Well, not hand over, but display my warrant.
And gives you another polite bow and requests you follow her, and leads you down sort of two of the large halls and up a sort of flight of carpeted stairs, and around another corner, and you sort of well out of the way of the sort of general thoroughfare, and you see a couple of the Constantine house guards in front of one of the what used to be like a cluster of private reading rooms of sorts, like a cluster of 6 rooms, but they've all been apparently hired out because your guards are at the entrance to that cluster, as it were. And yeah.
Well, I'll ride on in.
And you're taking Jericus in with you, yeah?
Yes, and that's in the jets.
I'll remain outside with the guards.
Okay. So, you enter one of the sort of study rooms of sorts, and Cynthia's there with like piles and piles of scrolls around her, and is furiously scribbling away at another, referring back to data slate every now and again, and it's clearly making a copy of some information. and he's come in. He's like, sit. Some very, very big news. And
Well then.
Yeah.
Let's get on with it then. Flourish of a cloak as a self down. Lounge back.
and how's your family history? Have you ever heard of Emmanuel Constantine? I'll take a general intelligence test to see if you do remember.
Could I make
Oh yeah, you've got something related to that, don't you?
I have
Heraldry.
legends, and I've also got heraldry. I've also got common law rogue traders.
I've also got scholastic law imperial warrants.
Legends and heraldry would be the two relevant ones. If you've got both, I will let you roll this at a -10. If you've only got one of them, it'll be at -20.
Okay.
Nah.
I could have swore I took heraldry. 1 second.
I could have sworn you did as well. I distinctly remember that conversation.
I did take
I
scholastic
remember-
law heraldry. I've just not got it written down.
Yeah,
Okay.
I can remember you talking to me about it. That's why I said it.
Fair enough. I guess that's an intelligence roll at -10 for you.
So -10.
For me, yeah. The intelligence roll for me as well.
Oh fuck.
Or rolling scholastic lore for legend. At -10.
What?
Let's see.
Can I reroll that?
Yeah, of course.
That's better.
Oh, very nice. Jericus, you remember that Emmanuel Constantine was the son of the Constantine, as in son of. Okay, let's see, name. I forgot to get a name. The original holder of the Constantine dynasty was.
Tiberius.
Sure, Tiberius Constantine is the original holder of the warrant, and his son Emmanuel Constantine. You remember him being a rogue trader of great success until he went missing. I'll take. You know what? I'll take a flat intelligence roll from Theodore. Let's see if he remembers the same.
Yeah. Are you sure my classic law imperial warrants?
That's why I'm making it flat.
Okay. I could also just relay this to him, but
You could, yeah. It's
Uh-huh.
it's more to see if he remembers it offhand.
That.
Nice, just about. Okay, well.
was this mysteriously missing?
Yes, mysteriously missing. Presumed lost to the warp.
And this is Emmanuel or Tiberius?
Emmanuel. Tiberius.
Emmanuel went.
Yes. No, dude.
Emmanuel went missing.
Yes.
Right.
And.
So, is there like? Say she's got notes and stuff scattered in front of her.
Basically the entire booth, a room, study room, whatever, is like it's almost covered in scattered pages and bits of parchment and some scribbles and some like thrown away bits, and there's a couple of data slates lying around. She's been pulling some massive information together to tell you
Anything I can uncover at once?
that she's found a lead. But it's dangerous.
Well, danger is my middle name.
She goes on to
Wait,
tell
could
you. He was lost on a trip through the passage. This was in the very early days of exploring this part of the subsector, and the opening and closing of the maw wasn't as well known then. So, the thought was he was consumed and the ship was destroyed and was lost. That's not the case. There was a sighting of the Constantine logo or heraldry, sorry, on a space hulk, or as part of a space hulk, more accurately, spotted down in the Foundling Worlds several hundred years ago, and 50 years after it was lost, it was spotted near Corpse Fortune. And more recently, it's been...
Could we get the star map?
Oh, sorry, my bad. I've had it on my screen, so my bad.
It happens. So, down by Corpse Fortune.
So it was spotted 50 years ago down in Corpse Fortune, and it was spotted somewhere down the Foundling Worlds. There was a spotting of a Space Hulk. And not 10 years ago, there was another spotting of this Space Hulk. Between the 2 points. So, she's put out feelers of sorts, as she's figured out some sort of strange pattern with the reappearings of the ship, and figures it's due to reappear anytime now. So if you're able to get on board and say disable the warp drive, for example, well, in presumably its malfunctioning state, might be able to stop it sort of perpetually bouncing through the warp.
Yeah. Like our area of expertise. Danger of warp buggery and slim chances of success. Count us in. Did you get that?
Not quite.
Sorry. Yeah, count us in, essentially. Sounds like our area of expertise. Some chance of success.
Can I chime in here and ask her what her opinion would be? Is there a specific point that she would look first?
She thinks it might appear near a gravity well of some sort. That's what it tends to do.
Okay.
As it's appeared down here and here. Checking. Her idea is to check on these planets, and you might get lucky.
Okay. If I remember correctly, False Hope was the one that the battle happened with the Explorator feat, wasn't it? That got...
Vaguely near.
Do we have a better timeline for when this could happen, or is it any time around now?
Any time around now.
Also, how long did it stay for? Or is it just sightings?
It was sightings of ships taking like wrecks from the warp or otherwise. Of what she's been able to find, the record when it appeared near Corpse Fortune, ship that spotted was through doing some, I would say, in-flight repairs or some small repairs, and the Hulk was there for at least 48 hours, and after that they just left.
But it was still there after they left, right?
Well, they don't know they left. They don't know when it left.
Yeah, but when they left, it was still there, yes?
Yes.
Right.
Well, thank you for the. We'll waste no more time, and we'll. We're about due some luck.
So yeah, tell you what, we will do a little bit of space travel, get us back to say Footfall, and then we'll call it for this session. I would quite like to have pointed Connor back for this point. Oh, because I'm assuming I'm going to be able to get them back next week. What happened last time we were at Salt and Carmine? Mouse essentially requisitioned himself from the kitchens, his own essentially personal staff of highly skilled rattling chefs, and he's basically got them cooped up in the so I would say the Ogryn deck of the ship, or down near their general quarters.
The Ogryn contingent grew 3 sizes that day.
Basically, yeah.
Well, not really, they're rattlings.
Rattlings are effectively hobbits.
So, for each
Oh,
ratling,
right, I see what you mean.
for every Ogryn, 3 ratlings.
That sort of thing, yeah.
Mm.
But yeah. Does anyone get anything to add or any more questions for Scythia? Or
I would ask after her and grandfather's health. Is there any other news?
I mean, she seems to be burning the candle at both ends to get this lead, but yeah, otherwise the family is fine.
Theodore would suggest that she take a bit of a break and get out, have a bit of fun, have a night off. These books is bad for your health.
She said it was a space hulk, right?
Yep.
Is there what other ships are inside the space hulk?
It doesn't know. The reports were shit, to be honest. But they did report the Constantine heraldry being present on one of the ships. That was
Okay.
that was the most notable thing about it. So yeah, nothing more to add? No more questions?
No, I don't.
Okay. And does anybody want to do anything at Port Wander while you're there?
Acquisitions? I'm joking.
Possible to buy crabs by the ton?
Could I buy some grenades?
Sure.
Dunno. Any, really.
What grenades? Come on, you need to give me a minute here.
Fuck. Something spicy, let's say. Dunno. Not looking for anything too.
Well, tell you what, we'll do those rolls next week when you figure out what you want, and you do them at Footfall, because it'll be pretty much the same as far as rolls are concerned.
Yeah.
Okay.
All Garviel will do is just go and check in with the Navy office as he usually does.
I'll do. And what route back would you like to do?
To the area.
Yeah, what route back to Footfall?
Back to Footfall?
Well, yeah, I mean,
In the
you're going down there,
That's right.
but you need to get through the mall, so you need to go to Footfall. That's
And then
your
from Footfall down.
okay.
Same route back.
temple.
It served us well.
Okay.
So far. That's alright.
26 days. Let's get rolling, boys. That's 8 rolls.
Jesus. Should we just do 2 each and I'll start?
Yep, go for it.
Sure.
First three days are fine. Next. Garviel, the Astropath Choir has received a message. Roll me a d10. It's an invitation to a party. Road trader Calvin Scaros is inviting you and several other dignitaries to the opening of his brand new pleasure colony. Revelry games, skill and chance, and of course an opportunity to do business with the high and mighty. Pass that on.
Yeah, I'll show. Pass that on to our world captain.
A party
Yes.
in the war.
No. As in you received a message to say that there's one happening on a new pleasure colony. And you've been invited.
What? When is it?
After this.
Fantastic. Yeah, have my secretary sign the diary.
Okay, sounds good. And you rolled a 58. Ooh, nice. So we have 4 people here tonight. Can I have... each of you is going to be assigned a number, left to right. So Lucius is 1, Theodore is 2, Garviel is 3, and Jericus is 4. Since Theodore smelt it, he can deal it. Give me a d4, please.
I knew it. Waiting for that to come up.
Okay, Garviel. Roll me a d10. Okay, congrats. You've got Groundhog Day'd. Give me a search check, please.
Shit, this is gonna fail every time.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, my search is shit.
So, I'll explain what... you're probably going to want to reroll that. Apparently I pick at least one character. I think we'll just do the one character for this. Your next day passes uneventfully, but the day after that, you awaken to find that time is reset. Over the coming days, then weeks, then months, you remain trapped in the time loop, experience the same dull day over and over again.
Oh shit, sorry. I
No worries.
don't know why I did that.
Slowly driven insane with the boredom and endless unchanging routine. One day you find a small strange lump of seething purple energy clinging to the back of a minor cogitator in the lower decks. Destroying it breaks the trap, and time continues as per normal. That player takes 5 insanity points, reduced by 1 point per degree of success in the search roll, or increased by 1 point per degree of failure.
Well, I'm fucked.
I've
got 19 search.
As the years of repetition have taken their toll on their sanity, they've also learned a new skill in the meantime.
I'm literally fucked because I've got 19 search.
Would you like to reroll it then? Or do you want to stick with that? Hey,
A bit better.
that's 8 insanity
Fancy
points.
tea. Do you fancy learning how to search?
Can't learn every skill.
You can well, I'll let you pick between one of 2 skills, and you can choose which is the most appropriate. That 9 is disguise. If you roll me another d10. Contortionist.
Go for disguise.
Disguise, yeah, makes sense. Okay. So yeah, you get Groundhog Dayed, and
Okay. How
add
many insanity points?
8.
That would be my first lot of insanity points, actually.
That's alright then. Okay, and second D100 from Theodore then?
And I've now picked up disguise, is it?
Yep.
That's just trained.
Yep. Ooh, is this one again? Do I want to do I want to do that to somebody again?
Yes, you do, and you know you do. It's never stopped you before.
That's true. Okay, in that case, between 3 this time, since I've already done this one to syntax, a D3 between Lucius, Theodore, and Jericus. Theodore, can I have a D3, please? Waiting for that D3.
Yep.
Oh, cool. Roll me a D10.
Yeah.
Congrats. You immediately unlearn either High or Low Gothic and replace it with the Xenos language instead. The 10 is Tau.
I seem to remember that happening once before.
Huh. Learn Tau anyway?
Well, the point is,
Um,
you forget
yeah.
High or
I know.
Low
I,
Gothic.
both are kind of important. Right?
You can relearn it like Lucy did.
Yeah, I can't see me needing High Gothic for a while.
Fair enough. Okay, and you can of course repurchase High Gothic for 200 XP. Okay, cool. Now we need...
EAU?
Yes. Okay, and who wants the next 2 D100s?
Oh, here we go.
Congrats. You all get an extra fate point.
Oh,
Bloody hell!
What, a permanent one?
Temporary.
Still.
All players aboard the ship get an extra fate point. This fate point
Now
can be
you're
used
gonna
as
tell us
normal,
it's
but necessitates a -10 willpower check.
Now you're going to tell us it's just for this session.
It is, yeah. If you fail, you feel the hand of chaos guiding you instead of the hand of the emperors, and take 1d5 corruption as you briefly experience a fraction of the power chaos can grant you, and are seduced by it. A successful test means you're able to fight off the influence of chaos, to the detriment of the role you're attempting to augment with fate.
I'm rolling that.
Only if you want
Yes.
to re-roll something. Only if you want to re-roll something.
Oh, so the next time we re-roll something.
Oh, okay.
It's like it's a bonus temporary one, yeah.
Oh, that's not too bad then. Next.
Cultists worshipping the ruinous powers are discovered aboard your ship and are quietly executed by the cult, nonetheless. Word still gets out, however, and your crew is deeply disturbed by the news. Lose 1 morale. Okay, and last 2 from Jericus.
Nice. Give that man a raise.
Cool. A 3rd grade cleaner from one of the lower decks fell down one of the maintenance shafts into an ancient trash receptacle. Luckily for him, he managed to find his way out using the light of a tiny ring he found down there. Upon examination, the ring is revealed to be a long-lost digi-ring, bearing your ancestral crest. Figure out how to best reward the cleaner for this amazing discovery, and roll a d10 to see what miniaturized weapon the digi-ring contains.
That's fucking good. Holy shit.
That's incredible. D10.
Just rolled it.
He did. A Ryza pattern plasma pistol, but only capable of single-shot fire, and with a clip size of 3. If it overheats, you will lose a finger.
Oh. Jesus.
And because we're
Congratulations, Jericus.
Yeah, I guess so.
there we go.
You better ask Killslim to order in some extra fingers.
Over the course of about a minute, everybody's hair and nails grow as though a decade has passed. Everyone is bewildered and very hairy. Although there are no further effects, dwelling upon the random and unpreventable nature of this latest twist of fate unsettles and disturbs you. Everybody takes an insanity point.
Would Killslim out it?
It says everyone, so
Oh.
suck it up.
You grow hair? Would that actually be quite disturbing for you, wouldn't it, Killslim?
There's probably some parts that are still skin, so it would be like really, really long, like arm hair or something.
Yeah.
One insanity point, did you say? Sorry.
Yep, a singular insanity point. Okay, I will do the jump to Footfall, and we'll call it there. So 12 days.
I think we escaped quite well there.
I think so.
Pretty well.
Yeah, okay.
I'll start giving our Lord Captain a High Gothic lesson.
That's another chunky jump of 24 days. So,
I'm just saying, filling the spare time we have, I'm going to be reteaching Lord Captain High Gothic.
sure. That's going to be another 6 rolls? Yeah.
How many do you need, sir?
Oh, I'm going to be thick. Mm. Yeah, that's right. That's another 8 rolls. So yeah, fuck it, same order. Once again, the first 3 days are uneventful. Up is down. Gravity reverses suddenly for a full hour. At least 3 populations, people are crushed by the sudden flip. At least 2 morale because it created one hell of a mess that's a rather a nightmare to clean up.
Could be worse.
Yeah, I think so.
What's our morale at?
93. Okay, next. Constantine. Oh, by the way, if Jericus were to use, say, the last, 50 days in warp this would be a good chance to get the Flesh is Weak thing done. Because remember, I did specifically say, like, in-game time out to make that happen, so...
That is a fair point.
For simplicity's sake, we could say you started the process on leaving Port Wander, and I would consider it, well, maybe not quite done by the time you get to Footfall, but almost definitely by the time you're getting to the... Yeah.
The area of operations.
Yeah. Yay, nay?
Go on then.
Okay, cool. Okay, and second demon hunter, Matt?
I've not taken it though yet.
Oh, okay. I thought you had. Oh, bad.
No, I haven't. I was
Oh, well, in that case, never
I was
mind.
going to do it this week, I think, if we were given enough, but I don't think we will.
So yeah, Matt, first 4 days go fine? Or first 3 days even? Quadruplets are born to one of the scum in the macrobattery chain gangs. Even more unusually, the babies are completely silent, yet the mother and all those nearby can hear them screaming telepathically. It's clear that there is no doubt they will grow up to be extremely powerful psychers, yet for newborns to develop psychic powers is practically unheard of, highly suspicious. What will you do with troubling offspring?
I would suggest putting them into stasis.
Yeah, I would probably consult the boys we have on board. Navigator. What's the deal with this? Do we need to void them, or should?
Yeah, so I mean, will you hand them to the black ships at the first opportunity? Will you kill them for fear of what they might become? Or will you hand them to your astropaths for safekeeping and from suspicious and bloodthirsty mob, perhaps to be sold and profited from once they grow up? If you decide to keep them, add unsanctioned psycho babies to your ship's complications.
I would say either astropath or stasis.
I mean, nobody needs crying mute babies.
Until we come across a black ship.
Yeah, I would probably keep them in stasis until we can find a black ship.
Okay, I'll do. Okay, next 2 rolls.
Is that me?
I believe it's Lucius.
Wait, are they going to get suspicious that we keep psychers?
Nah, I mean, they're babies, right? They
Yeah.
gotta come from somewhere.
Triplets, and then our pilot.
Looks like we've got another set of 4 babies.
A bout of poor luck swamps the ship. Minor injuries abound as all toes are stubbed, fingers are severed and slammed doors, and precious heirlooms are accidentally smashed. Lose 1d5 morale unless an astropath with divination discipline is able to... Nope, never mind. Yep, so congrats. Losing 1d5 morale. Give me the d5. Morale. That's 89. And... Oh, nice. That's in the same bracket as that. Okay, apparently someone else is getting Groundhog Day'd. Uh,
The same character again.
ooh. Would that be fair?
The dice is always fair.
Roll me 2d4.
Oh,
Okay.
that's made the decision. They're both fours.
Reroll one. Oh, fantastic. Lucius and Jericus are trapped in Groundhog Day.
Ugh.
What do we have to roll?
Both of you roll search.
Search. Flat.
Yep.
Got that fate point.
Oh!
Oh! Machine spirit was smiling on you.
Okay, Jericus is going to pick up 6 insanity points. Lucius is going to pick up 5. And both of you roll me a d10 to find out exactly what you've got from this experience of being trapped in literally years of the same day. Jericus, congrats! You've somehow picked up the skills of a contortionist.
Already have it.
Really? Oh, in that case you get to reroll. Skies already have that, definitely. Reroll.
That was wrong button. And that was the wrong button too. There we go. Get
Climb?
there
You
eventually.
already have that?
I do, yeah.
Okay. Do you have demolitions?
I don't actually.
That was in the 3d10 you rolled, so we'll take that.
Okay.
And Lucius has learned how to gamble.
Oh, fuck yeah. That's actually quite useful.
Especially with somebody as brainy as you doing it. Jeez.
Okay.
The
And
dice are always fair.
okay. And 2 more rolls from Jericus, and that will do us for tonight.
Okay.
Your navigators report a feeling of great unease. They can feel a powerful and large entity out there in the warp tailing the ship. Nothing the players do appears to shake it. It will stalk the ship through the warp and follow their position even if they attempt to evade it by translating back into real space. The more experienced voidsman will claim the ship has been cursed. A feeling of impending doom settles upon the crew. Lose 1 morale. Oh, and that actually affects that. Navigator Nox needs to pass a minus 40 willpower test, or I bump the other roll up by quite a bit.
And he has no rerolls left because we used both of them.
Oh dear. Okay, in that case.
Has he only got 2 rerolls?
Yep.
Wait, is demolitions an advanced skill, yeah?
Yeah.
So I can make explosives and stuff now.
Potentially, yeah. Eh. Roll me a d10. Okay. Dozens of your crew across the ship are immediately possessed by demons of Zinch. With meticulous planning, they set about sabotaging the ship thoroughly as possible. One of the bridge officers casually strolls over to one of the master cogitators and sends a few override commands to the systems controlling the void locks, flinging them open. Lose 10 population as a big chunk of the ship is immediately vented into space, including parts of the bridge.
Mag boots. Power armor.
Yep, that's fine. That's a big chunk of the crew. But arrived at footfall.
Wasn't my fault this time.
I'm glad I have power armor. Or could it be?
Whew. Okay. So yeah, as always, 400 XP. Just getting the stream there.